world must prepare for a potential coronavirus pandemic.
This is what the skies looked like in March. And this was 1 month later, when passenger numbers were a staggering 94% lower than the previous year, thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic.
This is the third time in a week the President is addressing the nation.
Couldn't sustain the employees. In fact, some of them also dropped because some of them have gone into other self-employed businesses.
The pandemic has really hit us so hard, and our target market being more of the budget travelers and other people from way outside Uganda, and that is where the pandemic has hit them so hard. So we've really not had so many people come to visit us and travel with us as well. And so we majorly concentrate now on domestic tourism, of which also it has not been really so much easy, because everybody, whatever little they have, they try to hold on to it because they don't know what tomorrow will be like.
The school has been also servicing a loan, and once the school was not able to generate money from school fees, things were no longer easy, as the banks still expected to be receiving their payments of the loans. They had to run up and down, really trying to see who could help.
Government did a lot of talking in the walk, but when it came to walking the talk, they didn't do anything, because government promised a lot. In fact, they promised about a lot of stimulus package that they would help out, and one of the sectors which was badly hit was tourism. So they were like promising to intervene, but seriously they didn't. Even where there was a little bit of an attempt, that was funds from UDB, from European Union, which were placed in UDB. So these funds which were placed in UDB couldn't be accessed as a stimulus package, because the treatment was as if we were going to borrow this money. So the money goes through a normal loan appraisal, less collateral with the bank, and then you appraised as if you were going for a loan, and UDB was not giving up any grant if you are qualified to get their loan. And by the way, their loan is, yes, long term, but it starts accruing interest immediately it's disbursed.
The incentives, we've not seen any, apart from the payment holiday. Let me call it a payment holiday. Yeah, because even find that this place may be having some payments which are supposed to be done for water bills, electricity bills, we are given a holiday. And yet you find that even during that holiday, it again accumulated. When everything resumed, let me say when they opened up, the debt collectors had to come and collect their payments, of which you are not one. So you find that even we've not been helped a lot. They do expect someone to get full help from the government. So when you talk to, let me say, to the debt collectors from National Water, they call their clients to explain to them how they pay in installments. Again, you get no discount. They will still need that full amount. Electricity, their bills are the same. They have not we've not gotten any discounts from them. We've not gotten any pardons. Let me say about the pardons, about the payments, nothing. We still have to pay. That way it was. Even the taxes for the hotels have to pay. So No incentives yet. The hotels have been working outside Kampala. Let me say the ones in Entebbe, those who have been receiving COVID patients have been working. And here, to reopen, we needed to put in all the SOPs for COVID. That was an extra cost. Imagine going into an extra cost when you've not been working, you're in a city center which was almost closed. I feel of the COVID test. This is a disease no one called. In order to get a COVID certificate here, you charge highly, almost $40. It's too high. It's too high. That can also scare away some people. If a COVID certificate is charged like 250,000, it's 250,000. And this yellow fever card is on like 20,000. Why wouldn't that price be reduced such that it can be attractive? Because here to receive a foreign bus for all of those things, and it scares out. And in case of anything, let me say a guest is, we find out that a guest has been is a victim of succumb to that COVID disease, will be answered as to why you did not ask for the certificates.
The SMEs, I think members have already highlighted that they account for more than 90% of the enterprises that we have in Uganda. And they do contribute a lot in terms of employment creation. They do contribute to growth as well as poverty reduction. And then within the SMEs, which was so obvious when the COVID came in, we saw a lot of people, especially women, who remained a bit unemployed and so on. So it presents an opportunity for us to be able to contribute to this. And when you look at our national statistical system, we haven't paid a lot of emphasis on the SMEs in terms of data collection. I wish you could be able to give it the kind of attention that we give to the household survey. It will be very good.